that the one memory I do have was back in 2005, there was a scary movie. So husbands and boyfriends, listen in so that you guys can have a little date night with your wives and girlfriends. In 2005, there was a scary movie that came out with Barry Watson called Boogeyman. Okay, and I really wanted to go see that movie, really, really bad. It's PG-13 and it's a scary movie. I'm 9 years old and I'm not allowed to go see it. Mom said, nope, you can't go see that movie. So we come to Oklahoma one year, and we were thinking of something to do for the day and have like a movie night or something. And so we go out to town, and we're with Grandma, you know, and Grandma took me over to the video store, and I found, just so happened to be, Boogeyman. There it was on DVD, finally came out of the theaters. And I said, Grandma, let's do this, let's get this, you know, I'm so excited, you know, I'm Mom, and, you know, let's keep it a secret. Mom she's not gonna allow me to watch this movie, but, you know, she's not paying attention, you know. So we go up to the cashier, and I hand her the movie, and they ring it up, and the lady looks at it, and then she looks at me and looks at Grandma, and she says, ma'am, listen, he's really little, and this is PG-13, and I just want to explain to you that this is a horror movie, and there's violence in it. And Grandma's not listening. She goes, yeah, okay, yeah, that sounds good. So we go home and back to Ernie's and put the movie in and watch it on his plasma TV, and it was scary, don't get me wrong. And then I told Ernie that, hey, this was kind of an act of rebellion because Mom did not allow me to watch this movie. So he talked to me about that and said, well, you know, we're not going to tell her. I said, I'm pretty disappointed. I'm disappointed, you know, that you rebelled against Mom. You know, this was something you weren't supposed to do, but I love you, and we're not going to tell Mom. I was like, oh, but I feel so guilty, you know, I just have this bad conscience, and I need to tell Mom. Nope, you're not telling Mom. So we're in the truck, we're going somewhere, and I just keep hammering. I'm like, I can't do it. I need to tell Mom. My conscience is just, I can't even do it. He's like, nope, this is what we're going to do. So he's driving, and he knew how to drive. He was driving with one hand, and he puts his hand back like this. He says, all right, everybody put your hand in my hand right here. Everybody, you know, Sam, Trevor, me, and Jake, I think Keely was there. We all put our hands in his hand. He said, listen, the boogeyman is our secret. And we're like, okay. And I still dealt with a bad conscience. So then I came back home, and a couple days later, I just grabbed his phone and he said, what are you doing? I said, I'm calling Mom. I can't do it. He's like, no, don't call Mom. You can't. And I'm done. The phone's ringing already. Don't do it. You got to hang up. You have to hang up that phone. And well, then it goes to voicemail. And at that point, I could have hung up, but I didn't. I left a voicemail for Mom and said, listen, I did something real bad. We watched the Boogeyman. So I'll remember that all the time. So, all right, Sam, you were the middle.